Tulip friends. I hope you're having an awesome day. I decided today that because it's so lovely out and the sun is shining and the spring breeze is blowing, that it would be a really great day to go out and read a story in a treehouse. And then I thought maybe you would like to listen to a story as well. So I'm going to read for you today a book called Sweet Dream Pie, because I really hope that you're having sweet dreams at your house. This is a book by Audrey Wood and Mark Teague. Are you ready? Here we go. It was almost dawn on Willoughby Street when Pa Brindle lit the lantern and led Ma Brindle up to their dark attic, to an old trunk draped in cobwebs. Love that detail. "I haven't slept a wink tonight," Pa said. "I've been craving a piece of sweet dream pie, just like the one you made me long ago." "Last time I made that pie, you ate too much," Ma grumbled, "and your dreams weren't sweet." I think she remembers this differently than Pa does. Pa Brindle blew the cobwebs off the trunk, then threw it open, and all the cats in the neighborhood opened one eye. An enormous mixing bowl, a great rolling pin, a gigantic pie pan, and a small brass bell glistened in the lantern light. "I'll be good this time," Pa promised. "One big piece of sweet dream pie. That's all I want." "Well then, I'll make it, and you help," Ma agreed. "But if things get out of hand, don't blame me." Let's pause for a minute and think about what prediction we could make. What do you predict might happen next? What do you think might happen? Do you think that it's going to get out of hand? Do you think that all will be well? Let's find out. The Brindles carried the extra large utensils down to the kitchen and began to make the pie. When the dough was ready, Ma rolled it out on the table, and when she did, all the people on Willoughby Street, including little Amy McPherson, rolled out of their beds and onto the floor. Next, Ma fashioned 2 great pie crusts. Then the Brindles began to toss every sweet thing they could find into the enormous mixing bowl. Gumdrops flew through the air and rained down with marshmallows, candy corn, cinnamon hots, chewing gum, chocolate drops, butterscotch, licorice sticks, lollipops, sugar cubes, jelly beans, candy sprinkles, cookies, and more. I've always wondered what sweet dreams were made of. Now I guess maybe we know. Clouds of powdered sugar drifted out the windows into the street. A chocolate tornado sprang up and whirled out the door, knocking Johnny Luns, who was trying to deliver newspapers, right off his bicycle. Has a chocolate tornado ever knocked you off your bicycle? It's never happened to me. The enormous mixing bowl began to glow. A thick, sweet syrup bubbled up and oozed down the sides. The Brindles poured the filling into the giant pie pan, then wrestled the top crust into place. Ma crimped the edges and Pa poked the steam holes. The crust began to move, as if things inside were trying to get out. Can you hear that sound? I live by the airport, and there's a plane flying overhead. Pa shoved the pie into the oven and slammed the door. Quickly, he turned the oven dial past bake, broil, and roast to a setting that simply said, "Special." Take a look at your oven, see if your oven says "Special." As the sun rose, the oven warmed, and the heat wave hit Willoughby Street. It was too hot to go to work or school, so everyone stayed home doing cool things. Even Mary Chubb, who had never missed a day at the library in 15 years, lounged beneath her sunflower. By noon, the delicious smell of Ma Brindle's sweet dream pie blanketed the neighborhood with a blissful aroma. Everyone was simply drooling to taste that pie. Even baby Robbie stuck out his tongue, thinking he could lick the sweetness from the air. The heat wave raged on into the afternoon. It was so hot, all the air conditioners stopped working. No one was cool except for Perry Arbuckle, who filled the tub in his conservatory with ice cubes and sat in it. That sounds like a very creative response to me. As the sun set, the sweet dream pie browned, and the sky turned a fiery red above Willoughby Street. It was too hot to eat much, so everyone just picked at dinner and thought about the pie cooking in Ma's kitchen. That evening, all the neighbors found an excuse to stop by the Brindles' house. Pa set up tables and colored lights outside and invited everyone to stay and share his special dessert. They all were thrilled, except little Amy McPherson. Amy could eat no pie because it made her sneeze. What a terrible thing to have pie make you sneeze. The dogs jumped up and began to chase their tails. Ma Brindle rang the small brass bell. "It's time for sweet dream pie," she called. Pa Brindle and Johnny Luns carried the pie out and set it down. That is the biggest pie I've ever seen in my life. Steam rose up from the pie and a thick fog settled over the neighborhood. Standing side by side, the Brindles blew upon the pie to cool it. A welcome breeze sprang up, whirling napkins and party plates into the air and clearing the fog. For the first time in 13 hours, Willoughby Street cooled down. Ma cut the pie as the neighbors lined up. All right, think back to what you predicted. Is this going to get out of hand or not? I think we're about to find out. "Now be careful," she warned. "This pie is very rich. One piece is all you need." No one had ever tasted anything like Ma Brindle's sweet dream pie. It was so sweet, happy tears just rolled down everyone's cheeks. "Don't eat too much," Ma kept saying. "Only one piece, or you'll be sorry." But no one listened. They all helped themselves to sweet thirds and fourths. Pa Brindle broke his promise. He gobbled down sweet sixths and even sevenths. Poor Inky King ate so much he looked as if he had swallowed a bowling ball. That can't be good. When Myrtle Murphy's parrot pecked up the last crumb, a hush fell on Willoughby Street. The neighbors thanked Ma and Pa for sharing their pie. Suddenly, all they wanted to do was go home and snuggle into their cozy beds. Some made it, and others dozed off on the way. Ma Brindle shook her head in dismay. "After all that sweetness," she said, "no one will rest well tonight." Then she went inside to get her broom. That's when the dreaming began. Pa Brindle's dream was the first to pop out. Bigger than a dump truck, it galloped through the neighborhood, whistling for the others to follow. Dreams of every shape, size, and color drifted up from their dreamers and began sport and play. All of the dreamers on Willoughby Street tossed and turned in their restless sleep. If your dream were to come alive, I wonder what it would look like. Ma Brindle had never seen so many wild dreams. They were everywhere and into everything. Their dreams, the dreams were too happy and too excited, doing things they shouldn't do. When enough was enough, Ma took up her broom and began to sweep, sweep, sweep until she had swept away every last dream from Willoughby Street. All of the dreamers, including Pa Brindle, sighed with relief and finally settled in for a good night's sleep. From her bedroom window, little Amy McPherson watched it all, and for once in her life, she was glad she could eat no pie. The end. Isn't that a fun book? I wonder what your dreams would look like. Maybe if you have time today, you can draw a picture of what your dreams would look like if they came alive. Thanks for reading along with me. Bye.